I'm just weaving an ugly brown box. Hello everyone and welcome to an extra subscriber recommended video.
What the hell are you doing?
Yes, that's right, Fern5142 left a comment suggesting I should try basket weaving. And you ask, you shall eventually receive. So I bought this little basket weaving craft kit. I think it's mainly targeted towards kids, and it got absolutely dreadful reviews. So this is it here, it's by Baker Ross. It was dirt cheap, I think it was only a few quid, and they do them in loads of different kinds of shapes and sizes. And the reason I bought this is because it's one of the only basket weaving craft kits I could find. And secondly, I think it might be quite challenging basket weaving. So I want to start simple. I want to start piss easy, and I think this is going to be piss easy. It better be easy, this is for kids. So I'll try it out and I'll see if all the reviews have been correct in saying that this is an absolutely dreadful kit. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad. It's very catered towards kids. Oh, apparently I get 2 kits in this. So I get 2 of these. Oh, I didn't even realise. I thought I only paid for 1. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so in here we've got 2 of these. I assume this is the weaving for the basket. We have some little mini dowels, lots of them. And then we have 2 bits of wood with... Oh wait, no. Are they attached together? Okay, so in this kit, I think we only have 1. I don't think we have enough for 2. They've glued these pieces together, and like, they've done a worse job than what I could. Look at this. I assume these are supposed to be completely flush. I thought these were just accidentally stuck together. They're actually double-backed, they're glued together, but they're so out of line. Look at the state of that. It's the same with this. What planet were they on when they glued that together? Jeez. They make me look good. Okay, well, that might be a bit challenging later on. I'm just gonna have a quick read of these instructions to see what I'm doing. Oh, well, there aren't really any instructions. It's just a picture guide. But I am gonna need glue, and they don't provide glue. So this is their instructions. I suppose I'm so used to having, like, massive pamphlets for instructions. To get one sad little leaflet with just a couple of images on. Dunno, bit shit in it. I'm starting to understand why this got terrible reviews. I'm gonna need glue then. I like how they've put a picture of their own brand glue. If you're not gonna include your own brand glue, I'm not gonna rush out and buy some, I'll just use my own.
Shove it up your ass, Mark!
Okay, so according to these instructions, I'm supposed to be gluing... Oh wait, no, there is 2. Yeah, there is 2 because that would glue in like that. Why did I think there was 1 for? Nah, I just can't do maths. Yeah, because that one would go like that, and then that one would go like that. Okay, that's fine. So there is 2 of them. Right, so this step seems easy enough. I'm just sticking some glue in here, aren't I? I'll stick some glue in this one too while I'm on. I'm also aware that this isn't like a very professional high-end kit. So I don't know how much basket weaving I'm going to actually learn from this, but we'll see. And then what we're doing is we're sticking these little dowels into here. I've just realised I should have really used hot glue for this. I don't know why I'm using PVA for. Okay, so there's the start of our little basket. Now I need to put this on as well. Everything's just so not lined up though. It'll be easier to do it this way. You're not going to be able to see this up close, but everything is like so skew-if. I thought I was bad at measuring things, but Baker Ross, apparently, they're worse than me. And at least when I don't measure stuff properly, I'm not selling it to people. This is absolutely atrocious. One side doesn't reach the holes. Like, that looks well put together, doesn't it? It looks fine. But when you get up close, if you look at that, they're not actually in anything. Because they don't reach, it's all misaligned. I think I might have to do the other one, but hot glue it. Because as soon as I weave this, all of these little rods are just gonna fall out. I'm gonna skip that one, and I'm gonna hot glue this one. We're not off to a good start, Baker Ross. I'm gonna be suing yous.
You're a moron, so's your mother.
And it's supposed to look like that in the end. Nah, I don't think it is. Yous are completely full of shit. Okay, so hopefully this will be a bit more secure. But I bet it doesn't line up again. This isn't gonna fit, I know it's not. I'm just gonna try my best to get it together so I can actually try some basket weaving. The thing is as well though, with this like little kit, surely this was made on like a machine. It wasn't handmade, so I don't understand why all the components don't fit properly. And this isn't me being an ass either. This is what the reviews said. They said nothing fits together and it was all like out of proportion. And it turns out that them reviews are correct. Oh, imagine being a kid and getting this. You'd be devastated. You'd think you're an absolute idiot. When you're not, it's Baker Ross. They're the idiots. So if there's any kids out there who's been defeated by this, don't be hard on yourselves. It's not your fault. It's Baker Ross's fault. I've never met Baker Ross in person, but I can tell he or she or they are an arse. That's the best I'm gonna do with that one. Look at that. It doesn't fit into the hole. And all of them are just like a little bit off. Some of them slot in nicely and others are just hanging there. Yeah, I'm just looking at the Amazon listing. This cost me $8.95, so I can't really complain about it. But surprisingly, I got better reviews than I thought. Like Wendy gave it 5 stars and said, bought as a gift for special sister. She didn't use the raffia included to weave. She used wool. It's very nice indeed. No, it's not, Wendy, you liar. It's not nice at all. But then Sarah gave it 1 star, put dreadful kit. I bought this for my 2 granddaughters, but it was disastrous. The rods are slightly different lengths and won't stay in the holes in the base even with glue, which I tried. The top ring is not aligned properly. The photograph of the finished article shows a different weaving method than shown in the inadequate instructions, plus none of the pretty accessories come in the kit, which is not made clear. Misleading and disappointing. I sent mine back for a refund. Baker Ross, which is a children's craft company, should know better than sell such rubbish. You're right, Sarah, I agree with every single point you've made. Anyway, I'll see if I can weave this together using this stuff. Their instructions aren't very good either for the weaving part. It basically just says wrap it around.
Are you ever happy?
I've just realised on these instructions as well, it says I'm supposed to do the weaving second to putting the top on. But the problem is, imagine if you get all this weaving done, if you do tight weaving, it's going to bring all of these rods into the centre, then you're never ever going to be able to get the top on. So I think it's better to do it this way. And then it doesn't really tell me how to weave, so I suppose I'm just gonna guess. The thing is that I was being really harsh on this. I've paid, what, like 9 quid for it. What was I expecting? You can't expect amazing things for 9 quid. Not these days. I'm just hoping my weaving doesn't fall off the bottom because it's not actually attached to anything. I'm now thinking I wish I'd bought a better basket weaving kit and did a little bit more research online, because I'm assuming there will be some out there, because I don't really think I'm learning anything. If you're wanting to know what I'm doing with this, I'm just going around and then kind of weaving it through. It's not actually too hard. It's a little fiddly, but it's not impossible. Also, I don't know whether you've noticed, but I've turned off my overhead lights because I think it's starting to make my videos look a bit weird. I think the lighting actually looks a lot better now that I don't have the overhead light shining down on us. So you'll have to let us know if it's a bit more improved. I feel like it is. I feel like it's more kind of colour corrected and like well lit. I'm never good with like technical stuff. I just kind of turn my camera on and hope for the best. Been doing it 5 years and I still don't have a clue what I'm doing. I think I would enjoy this more if I knew I was creating something like actually exciting, but because I know I'm just creating this little box which isn't going to look very good, I'm finding this activity incredibly monotonous. Because I've seen on TV shows, I think they weave with willows and they can make like furniture and stuff, like wicker and all that kind of stuff. I think that looks super interesting, and you're actually making something like worthwhile. I don't particularly think this is going to be worthwhile. I'm just weaving an ugly brown box. This is gonna look crap. Well, I've been weaving for about 8 minutes and I've got 1 row done. Oh, that's just come out. But that's what it's looking like, and I can't see this looking very good. Ooh, I look like I'm in prison. What have I done? What have I committed? But I'm gonna continue with it and see how much I can get done before I get fed up, because I have a feeling I'm gonna get sick of this. Okay, I'm finally done with that basket weaving. And to be fair, I don't think I've done too bad of a job. Like, I think that looks alright. It's a bit rough, but I think it's passable. I think it's very presentable. And I think that's like a nice little box. This would have been way better though if the kit was just better. Like, honestly, it is just such a terrible kit. I know it's cheap, but even if I was given this for free, it still wouldn't be worth the money. That's how crap this kit is. However, saying that, basket weaving, I actually think it's quite nice. I think this is a very, very simple form of basket weaving, but I think you get some like really nice little effects with it. You could make some really fun stuff. Mine looks similar to the picture-ish. Obviously, they've got like loads of decorations and stuff, but I thought the kit was gonna have all the decorations inside it, and it didn't. So I could decorate this if I wanted to. I'm not going to, because I don't want to. But if I did, then that's an option. And this took me a while to make, but I actually ended up figuring out a technique that worked for us, and I sped up quite a bit, and it didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. I would definitely do basket weaving again, but a kind of more professional, nicer basket weaving, not like a little tatty thing like this. So I think that just about does it for this extra midweek treat. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and thank you, Fern, for suggesting I try basket weaving. I'm not entirely sure if this is what you had in mind, but this is what I've come up with. But I would hands down not recommend the basket weaving kit from Baker Ross. Terrible, terrible little kit. Don't waste your money. And if you have any suggestions on any craft you want me to try out on the channel, feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below. It takes me ages to get round to doing them, but I will sometimes eventually get round to doing them. And I'll see you on Friday for another crafty video. It's gonna be better than this. It has to be better than this. Nothing can be worse than this.